No, wait. What am I on about?
I don't know. Is the last day December 27th? Nope, I thought not. Welcome back, by the way.
We're back. And fuck this guy.
Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl is doing a sequel. I just wanted to bring that up.
I am currently waiting for my food to get here.
Yeah. Anyway.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
Also, I want to point out real quick, as you know, we have declared our intents to put Ace Attorney on hold to play Persona 4 Golden.
Which sounds oxymoronic, but in reality, it just means that we want to play our favorite games.
Yes. So.
And, doing this whole voice acting thing kills our voice.
Yeah.
As much as I like Ace Attorney, I don't like coming home with a raspy voice.
Yeah. So, today is the 15th, comes out on the night of the 18th. Next time we'll meet up, we're going to play that. So, this will be the last Ace Attorney episode for a bit, but we promise it will come back. I promise.
Eventually.
Eventually. Someday.
Maybe.
Maybe. Probably.
Hopefully. Anyway, let's continue.
Potentially. Okay, I don't know. Anyway, with that in mind, please enjoy our voice performances one last time. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well, apparently the prosecution is also ready.
Who is the judge here, anyway?
Mr. Montcarma, your opening statement. Very well, no opening statement, so... Not so fast, Judge! I am taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course.
And also, unlike in Persona, you don't have to worry about reloading your save constantly. Make sure you get the right piece of evidence because
there's only one actual dialogue instance where what you say fucking matters.
I'm going to pull up that fucking Discord conversation we had years ago just to help with that. I have it screenshotted somewhere. I'm probably going to use it in my other run. Okay.
A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. Order! Order! Mr. Montcarma, what is the meaning of your statement now? It means I'm holding this crowd hostage until I get my guilty verdict. What do you think it means? It'll be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now! Right. I call my witness, my decisive witness, to the stand. We haven't been shocked, so it's not the final day of the trial, I think.
Yeah. It's that mysterious boat shop owner. Oh well, we went as far as we could.
Witness, state your profession.
I am the... Oh, hello, we can play that instead. I am the proprietor of the restaurant at the Wet Noodle at Door Lake. And I also rent boats. It's been a month.
The night of the incident, you were at the boat rental shop, correct?
Yup, I was.
Please testify.
Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this guy is. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet.
Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright! Bah! I predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes! Stop asking critical questions like actual law procedure! And cooperate!
Yeah, right. Cooperate my ass.
You are meant to give an introduction as to who you are and what you do! The witness will state his name!
Well... I'm not really sure yet.
What do you mean?
My memory...
Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. That's not how dementia or Alzheimer's works.
Judge.
Can't recall, you say? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. Very well. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we, witness?
Night of the murder. It was the night of 24, just after midnight, yep. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats as usual. Then I heard a bang, yep. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just a floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. It's about then the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window.
Very well, I'd like to begin the cross-examination.
It's also been 3 minutes since he said that.
There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony, ergo no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict now. Mr. Wright?
What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. It's the law, bitch.
Very well, you may begin. Excuse me, Mr. Montcarmel? 3 minutes just passed. I see. Well then, let's take our time. You may cross-examine the witness.
Oh boy, is this what the future's gonna be like? Is this what every other case is gonna be like?
Well, less screaming and more whipping.
Kinky. I'm sorry.
Ironically enough, out of all the potential ships for Phoenix, Von Karma is not this Von Karma, the other Von Karma.
Francisca
is probably the one most likely to happen. Mostly because Maya is treated as a joke. If Phoenix and Miles were a thing, they would have gotten together by now. And basically every other option is even less old than...
Phoenix and Maya are better off as best friends, in my opinion.
Like, Francisca and Maya are the same age, but the difference here is Phoenix didn't meet Francisca until she was already, like, right there at 18.
Yeah.
That and, well, let's be honest here, she did ditch him for 7 years. Francisca at least has the thing of her job being Interpol, meaning she constantly goes everywhere.
Yeah.
But no, it is a bit of a running gag with, like, people who ship Francisca and, Phoenix, that, like, she's basically the only one option left. Because, let's be honest here, the one he probably would marry had been written off of the series.
Mia?
No. Iris.
You don't
know who Iris is, but I'll just say, she should have come out of jail by now.
Well, just after midnight, you say? Yep, just around then. Are you sure? Pretty sure, yeah. When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised. You seem so sure about it today.
I asked him and he remembered. Isn't that right?
Don't glare at me like that. I remembered it clearly. I did, yup.
You see? Continue.
Okay. Is there anyone who can verify that? Well, I guess Polly could. That's not good enough for a court of law. Ironically enough.
It is! Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough?
Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot. And how are we supposed to get anything out of this goddamn parrot? Don't be so hard on the girl, cheeky boy.
The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove a witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue. Like, here's like an actual, like, listing of the probably, like, the most popular Phoenix Wright chips.
Okay.
Like, they have a few lines that fantasists are gay, but if they were actually in love, they would have already gotten together by now.
Yep.
The possibility of a relationship is relegated to a mediocre running joke. Briefly hinted at, but never followed upon. Go directly to jail, do not pass go, do not collect 200. They actually have one for Apollo, too, who's the next character.
Yeah, I know that.
It's like, cute idea, but Clavier is not committing. That's his sister! Who the hell are you? She's a character most people don't even remember.
And where is this?
And for Athena, I mean, the story's there, but the age gap, I guess 10 years isn't that bad. But he knew her when she was a little girl, and he was an adult. So, yeah, basically, there's a reason why the Ace Attorney franchise never goes into romance. It's either because A, they hate it, or B, the only options are really creepy, or just people who clearly aren't committing in any way, shape, or form.
And then there's Larry Buds and whatever he has going on.
Larry probably has the most amount of game in this franchise, and that tells you what their opinion on romance is.
And where did the Bane seem?
Seriously, how the hell do you keep getting Miles to date him?
Money. Or desperation. Or from the lake. Fitter.
Are you certain?
Yup.
Good, continue.
I looked out the window. Was there someone in the... Wait a minute. It was too foggy to see out. Pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly. But I figured there were two men up there, yep. We couldn't see them clearly. Yep. At the time, that is.
Because he brings up a man walks through his window.
Shit. Should probably save for what I have so far. By your window? Yep, by my window. Right outside the window of my little shack. And did you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him.
That is a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony.
I have a bad feeling about this. And was the defendant? He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. Are you sure? Uh-oh. Dad!
This is... Dead certain! Just fucking... I love that. Like, he uses the dad thing.
He said, I can't believe he's dead, as he was walking by too.
No one gonna question the whole dad? Witness, are you sure that person you saw was Miles Edgeworth?
It was him, that Edgeworth boy!
This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt.
From Karma. He lured me into this cross-examining him so he could set me up for a fall.
Nick, I don't like the way things are going here.
Everyone is not going to miss the Maya Fey voice.
Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us!
I better act quick, or this trial's going to be over. Your Honor! We proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun.
So we're just gonna completely just got the idea of an assassin or someone else shooting him, or...
I guess.
Suicide?
Yeah.
Or, I don't know, maybe the fact that, you know, someone could easily be meeting up with someone and then like, I can't believe they're dead is something they don't say when they murder, they say when they just saw a murder!
Yeah.
Are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found in the gun? And the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand?
Exactly.
That is explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired.
That's not how...
Why would he even... If he wiped it for his prints, why would he then put the other hand on there? Wouldn't it have been easier to wipe the prints and just leave no prints?
I don't know.
The logic of this case is almost infuriating at times. Still not the worst. God knows it's not the worst.
I've heard bad things about this third case in the second game. Anyway.
You are ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness's testimony is true. I'd like to call the bird to the stand!
The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Your Honor! This witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead. But his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie.
Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. You say his testimony is a lie. Show us proof. Nick, do we have evidence?
It's no good. There's nothing I can do.
Are you sure?
To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore.
Please. Can you hear me, sis? Please! We need your help. Nick needs you. 3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record.
It's been 14.
Enough. The witnesses may leave the stand. This court sees no reason to further prolong this trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I have no room for misinterpretation of the facts.
What? No!
This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, guilty! The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. The court is adjourned. I really hope you didn't save.
I didn't. Wait! Huh?
Am I again? Who was it?
Me! Huh? What?
Well,
Larry!
what are you doing here?
Listen! You now listen to me. I was there in the park, the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday, but today I remembered it!
Remembered what?
The gunshot! I heard it too!
Order! Order! What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. One moment, Mr. Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot?
Yeah, I did. A gunshot that night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony, and I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Energy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify.
It is shockingly weird just how often Larry will get into trouble, and then he'll do something ridiculously stupid that somehow extends the life of these fucking trials for Phoenix. Oh, this is the first time something like this happened like this in the court?
And it certainly won't be the last time.
I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you've already given your decision! The trial's over, I keep my winning streak! Nick? This is it! Larry's giving us one final chance!
She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. He could make things even worse.
If only it wasn't
like that time
Larry.
I set up a... I'm not saying that's a Family Guy Cutaway Gag.
Mr. Archer was just declared guilty, Nick! It doesn't get any worse!
You're right. Okay! Man, this is worse than that time.
No.
This is...
No.
This is worse than that time.
Here, I'll give you an example of something that canonically happened to Phoenix. This is the worst kind of time that I rolled up to court with my bike, and it turns out Edgeworth has a fucking Lamborghini or something like that. He literally has a like a red sports car.
God
Phoenix
damn.
has a bike.
I know Phoenix has a bike. Your Honor! If there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now.
A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned! Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? The fucking law. I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty.
Oh man, this went better than that time.
No.
Okay. Judge.
Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now! What?! The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned. All this less than 30 minutes.
Phew. That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth.
I've seen worse.
Yeah, like that time. I don't even know what to lead into that for that. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets.
Here's one. Like that time the Steel Samurai was accused of murder. You actually would think that's bad, remember?
Yeah. Tempted to just edit that in a fucking clip of that. Nah, too lazy. I'm very fucking tempted, okay? No, I'm not gonna do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank everyone that he's lazy.
Unless.
No.
No. Cutaway Gags. I just wonder what.
Larry was at the lake last night?
Yes. Said he was looking for a steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake.
Alright. And he found the balloon in the air tank that night.
Yeah.
You couldn't have brought this up in court earlier?
Hey, Edgeworth. I mean, Edgeworth, do you remember that time you refused to bring up evidence in court?
Fuck you, Phoenix.
Ha! I got the Cutaway Gag set up!
Huh? You say something alright?
Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong?
It's nothing.
Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you.
What's that?
Why are fingerprints on the murder weapon?
Oh. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really.
I see.
Right.
Yeah?
This might be our chance.
Our chance?
Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. He's never had to encounter a force like the idiocy of Larry.
Perfect trials?
Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. He literally never takes a case he doesn't believe he can cheat. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. I gotta go! Food!
Damn.
And that someone is Larry.
Damn, Edgeworth. It's just like that time I ruined your
No.
ruining streak. I can't fucking... What are you... Get in there. Hey.
How's it going, Logan?
Good.
What's going on?
Nothing. Try all you want. Can't escape keep me from setting up Cutaway Gags.
It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right?
That's right, Nick! No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth.
Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15! Everything's on Larry now.
Larry somehow manages to make it all worse.
Like that time.
Court is now back in session, and I have my food, so prepare for not me reading. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw on the night of Christmas Eve.
December 20th.
Fuck you, I'm just saying Christmas Eve.
Right, leave it to me. Please, Larry. Don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last witness.
Larry's our only hope, which means we have no hope at all.
Von Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. Fun fact, the last episode we did was set on December 26th. So I deliberately had it so it went up on December 26th.
Fun fact, that's my birthday.
Yep.
So as a birthday episode, so as a birthday gift, Time in the Shadows uploaded his worst of the year list, which was honestly probably the one of the few things I cared about that day.
Yeah. Night of the murder. That night, I was out on a boat in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something, and I found it. So quietly, I slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. That's it.
There actually is a thing there. That was unusually vague for testimony, even for this case. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes.
And that is the fact that when he heard the bang, there was nothing on the lake. What's wrong, Nick?
Larry, I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared.
Yeah, because like you're actually rooting for Larry here. So the idea of like tearing apart his testimony is actually kind of worrisome.
Yeah.
Well, we've come this far. There's nowhere to go but forward, Nick.
Unfortunately, Maya.
Unfortunately.
I wish there was. Where did the sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around now.
Did you look at the lake?
Yeah, I looked. Looked over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that...
No.
Gun...
That's probably the thing we were meant to focus on.
Wasn't there a boat on the lake? Order? Oh, wait.
Order! Well, Mr. Butts?
Whoa. Everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was a real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not, or whether Persona 4 is crossing over with us. Oh, okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of this case! So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. So you only heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Huh.
Well, Nick?
It was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should start working on the contradictions.
I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister.
Let's see what evidence we have. Fired 3 times. 2 gunshots. I'm gonna present this. Wait a sec, Larry. What? You only heard one bang? You're sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lala Hart, the fish, testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Huh?
I mean, yeah, but the gun shows 3 shots.
Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please!
Huh?
You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you got to treat me nice and stuff, okay? That's not how the law works, Larry.
Mr. Butts.
What?
You only heard 1 gunshot, are you sure?
Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure.
Huh?
Not sure? How could you be not sure? Not be sure. Yeah, well, I, might have missed the other gunshot. I was, listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude. My headphones.
What? And stop that booing! Mr. Butts! You are listening to the radio of your headphones!
Yeah, so what? That a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal?
The funny part is, a gunshot with headphones from the 2000s probably would be heard.
Yeah.
So in reality, you would have heard 2 gunshots. Even in 2016, a gunshot's really damn loud.
Yeah.
Especially when you're in the same, general vicinity on a really quiet night.
Yeah.
Your opinion? Waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony. Should he continue the testimony?
Your Honor, please. I can't believe I'm doing this. Please allow the witness to continue his testimony.
Bah! Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he lost. Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio.
Right, leave it to me. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this. Believe me. What did Larry hear? It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud, like. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying. So I heard it too.
You were listening to your radio at a high volume?
Yeah, what's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country?
According to the dubbers, yes.
I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is.
Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony.
Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot.
Excuse me, DJ?
An announcer. The guy who said things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is, when I heard that sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks in between songs. So he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor.
Very well, Mr. Wright.
I can't believe I'm continuing this charade.
Even he calls it a charade.
Charade. Whatever.
Tomato, tomato.
Tomato, tomato, potato, potato.
I have heard people say potato. I have never heard someone actually use tomato.
I gotta go to the store. I'll be back.
Okay.
Although I have seen it, talked like in olden times.
Danganronpa, Danganronpa. Whatever. What did she say?
Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. By the way, what did she say? What possible good could know what a radio DJ stated was? Indeed, Mr. Montgomery has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care.
We should. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should.
Why?
Well, How do you know if we don't ask,
Fine, very well. Mr. Bletz, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot?
Just what she said. Hey, it's almost Christmas.
It's almost Christmas!
Almost Christmas. I'll say it.
Wait, the gunshot.
This?
Take it immediately, 12:15 a.m. Almost Christmas isn't...
I sent that photo to you on Christmas Eve. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct?
Huh? What's that face? You look scary, dude.
What's with that face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easily.
Something the matter, Mr. Wright.
Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, hey, it's almost Christmas, when he heard the gunshot.
Indeed, and?
Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas! Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve.
That would seem to be the case, yes.
But he should have heard that gunshot after midnight. This photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact. Let's see what time was on the photo when the gun trigger missed Hart's camera.
12:25, 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day!
This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor.
Order, order! What does this mean? That two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight?
A what? Oh.
You want me to get over? Or you can do it, I don't know.
I'll get it.
Here, pass me because it's just the judge talking.
4.
However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him, suspicious.
What? Just in time.
Well, Mr. Wright,
Alright.
what do you think about Mr. Butts' claim he heard the gunshot before midnight? Yeah?
I have the controller back.
Larry's right.
Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight.
Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. The gun!
The gun itself, my dude.
Fired 3 times.
This is my evidence.
The murder weapon?
Say your last words, Von Karma.
Something about this...
Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When, then, was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight.
Order! I guess that would make sense out of yesterday's testimonies. Bah! You waste our time again with empty statements. Yes, the pistol was fired 3 times. But do you have any proof that it was fired before midnight? Do you have proof that the witness didn't just think he heard something? Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Save.
Actually, there is if I use a little thing called Save Stone.
Do you have evidence that proves Mr. Butt wasn't just hearing things? What's that about 11:50? There!
Look at this photograph. It was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lana Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m.
Oh yeah. But there's nothing on the lake in this picture.
Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all.
What do you mean?
Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises.
Aha!
Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, there was a gunshot at the time that Larry claims.
Order! Order! That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen on that night at that lake. Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask why?
Uh-oh, I better think it's up quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes? Ah!
What's wrong, Nick?
I have it!
Huh?
Remember the case with the Steel Samurai? Try to wake it.
Huh? Yeah, of course I remember.
The murder in this case had the same idea as the murder in that case.
What do you mean?
Maya,
Yeah?
if we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edward's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch, and I'm going to run with it.
Right, I mean, is this safe?
Safe? You've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay?
Right, Nick! Time to save, scum.
Your Honor!
Yes, Mr. Wright?
The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. Turns out,
What do you mean, Mr. Wright? So you finally realize the truth. There could be no other murderer here than Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself.
wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting.
Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, 1 boat was at that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on the boat and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man in the boat. I admit it is hard to imagine any other possibility.
Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright?
We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting.
The timestamp on the photo says 15.
But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Wouldn't that be 11:45? Oh.
Robert Hammond
was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. His autopsy does say 24th or 25th. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent.
Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the 2 men are. Edgeworth and the murderer. Because he wasn't meeting with Robert Hammond.
Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth.
What? Are you serious?
Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place.
I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous! Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then.
The murderer's name? Wright. It's...
I don't know.
Actually, I don't know the murderer's name.
You don't know? Bah, again you waste my time.
I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop. That old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then.
Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of this crime was not on a boat?
What? Well, then where did the murder take place? Wasn't on the lake, because the...
Boat shop?
Probably.
Here, of course, the boat shop, where he lives. That way he can meet with the victim without anyone seeing.
Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime?
Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night, he was out on the lake in the boat, searching for something.
Know what it is, but we're not gonna bring it up.
He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head home, here's a gunshot. Heard gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned the boat?
The boat shop! Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning.
Yes, Your Honor?
Nick, are you sure about this?
Not really. But, I think if I start at the very beginning, and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. Let's save before anything happens. Wait, hold on. Ooh. This is around 11:50. Hold on. I thought that said January 5th for a second instead of 15th.
11:50.
This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. There was an imposter among us, you see. Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out to the middle of the lake.
Then who fired the pistol on the boat, Miss Wright? The boat shop caretaker.
Of course, it was a murderer who shot the pistol. Shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth. On purpose.
Wait a minute.
Yes?
Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone?
Details.
Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire...
To create a witness. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor.
Create a witness?
The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next! The murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then... the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him.
I see. There's someone looking from the edge of the lake. It would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other.
The murderer didn't know about the other...
Automatic camera.
Automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. How can that man even swim, though? Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body, and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake.
I'd like to point out something. Von Karma, if he really wanted to get away with what he did, he easily could have just gone ahead and said, "Yep, that's correct." But he's so prideful about that stupid career of his that he's like, "No, I'm gonna double down on trying to make sure that Miles Edgeworth that gets knocked down for this." Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly.
More.
How much more longer I want to eat? And, I know for a fact I'm not going to get a chance to hear. Very well, while we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said? Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. It's almost like the writers made both scenarios. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry, I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir! Bailiff, we're conducting a trial here, and I say you remain quiet. The witness has disappeared! He isn't at the boat shop either! What?! What should I do?! Find him quickly! We cannot allow him to get away! Mr. Montgomery, your witness has disappeared! A search warrant has already been issued. Goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed.
Oh, wow.
I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well, court is adjourned.
Or is it?
Yay, Nick, you did it!
Yeah. Well, at least we got out from our guilty verdict.
What about Larry? That was something else! Even Montgomery didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out.
Sure. Once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. Why can't it be?
I know what you mean.
Why can't it be simple? Like that time I was protecting Larry from a guilty. I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah. You killed the joke. Sometimes I feel like it's on us on trial instead of our clients.
Hey, Edgeworth.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Did he say something?
Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax.
I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet.
What do you mean?
Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now, and I don't know whether or not to tell you.
Edgeworth?
No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but I can't make up my mind.
What is this about, Edgeworth?
It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed.
A crime you committed?
A memory of a murder. And that is where we leave it off today. And probably forever.
Not, well, a while. Well, I hope you've all enjoyed Mace Attorney so far.
I'm sorry to say this, but we're probably not getting further until, like, we're done with
Persona 4. This will return! We just don't know when. So, other than that, goodbye for now.
And I will go out of my way to try and cheese Persona 4. By that I mean I'll find him a way to cheese it so that we don't have to take forever grinding in that game.
Don't worry, I will work with Tally's guide. Just like that time.
I was talking about XP grinding.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Look forward to Persona 4 coming soon-ish.
Eventually.
One day.